Alright. You guys should be seeing me here in just a second. Let me know if you do. Do 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 do. How's it going, guys? Y'all are probably gonna hear some puppy whining. My dog was spending Christmas in the emergency room, so she's got the cone of shame on while we deal with stitches. But I'll probably have her come out here in a second, 'cause she's been in there for a couple hours already. Alright, just check in. If you guys can see me, let me know. Alright, and while I'm waiting for people to pop in, I'm setting some stuff up, trying to get the Unity scripting API pulled up for the manual. Couple other things. How's everybody doing? Hey, Hagito, how are ya? How are you? Okay, that one's cool. Alright. No Muppy. Pew pew. Alright. Got that set up. And now we just gotta set up the gotta get up the Visual Studio pulled up and put into OBS right quick. Forgot we only have like two scripts made right now. I'm doing pretty well. I'm gonna let my dog out real quick so y'all get to see my crazy creature. So one sec. So this is Muppy. She's in recovery mode. Alright, go play with Biscuit. Go play with Biscuit. No. 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 Go lay down. Go lay down. Or I'm... I can't win. Alright, well she's gonna sit in my lap. Or at least try to. Alright. Let's see if I can get everything pulled up the way it needs to be pulled up. Hello, I see you, Muppy. Space Dog! Let's see if we can't get this pulled up. Sweet! Alright. So what are you guys up to today? I got about 15 minutes before we get started directly. And currently I'll just make my dog think that I'm talking to her and put my hand into her cone so she can lick my so she can lick my hands. That's the only way she can. Oh, poor puppy. What do we got in here? Participants. Dregus. I'm probably saying it wrong, but is that you, Spectre? Is that you? Are you gonna lay down? Ever? She has so much energy because she's not able to go play. I'm gonna, like, put my cord up in the air so she doesn't trip on it. You gonna trip on it? Are you gonna trip on it? Oh, you go, don't trip on it. Oh, you go, don't trip on it. She's like, yes, rub my shoulders. Yes, 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 rub my shoulders, she says. She says, hello. Hello. Are you miserable? Are you miserable with this cone? Space dog. But yeah, we're gonna give it our usual till 6 o'clock till we start actually coding. Today the goal is just I want to get the cool. Now you can see my mouse. But we've got these cubes here for everybody who's been kind of watching. These are just checkpoints. I'll probably clean up these checkpoints, and then after we clean up them, we're gonna add some new ones that are just gonna be kind of respawn points. And we'll probably make it on mouse click to collect them. I believe for cross-platform functionality, Unity reads the on mouse click to also be an Android function. So technically on mouse click makes it also on tap. So that way it transfers over. We'll double check though. We'll go through the scripting reference. I didn't get a chance to try my hand at this one beforehand, but I'm pretty confident this one would be pretty smooth. Shouldn't be too difficult. Trying to scratch through your cone? Let me scratch for you. She's trying to scratch under her neck. She's like, I can't. It's a cone. Little Muppy. Should be a pretty smooth stream tonight, though. But give me just a second. Alright, so I just went ahead and put her up and put the ye old blanket over her cage, so that way she magically thinks it's nighttime and we'll lay down. So what have you been working on, Hagito? What projects you got going on? I'm going to go ahead and send this out real quick on social feeds. Let's see. There we go. Looks cool, looks cool. Muppy. Both, I guess, Dregus. Let me know if you can hear me as well. I'm not sure if it shows me that I'm able to talk. But it's just a personal project, an idea that I started to kind of just make some stuff with you guys. It'll just be a packet. It'll just be, whenever it's done, it's not going to be like put out there. It's just going to be bundled up into a package and then put into the project section of Filebase. So the pro members who have Filebase access can download the package and play with it open source. Learn from my mistakes. Hey, how's it going, Juan? Hello, hello, hello. Got about 10 minutes and we'll start cracking stuff open. You're still on looking at the script, you said? What are you looking at? I think there's about like a 20-second delay between when I speak and then when you hear something. I'm just gonna play this in the background because it's hilarious. There we go. We're just gonna play it. It's just gonna run. Oh, you're looking at that. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Gotta get past it, man. Get past it. It's worth it. Then you make ridiculously goofy-looking robots. It's awesome. But, yeah, here in about 5 minutes, we'll start adding back to it. I'm just letting this run right now. So people who are just popping in, who don't know what's going on. So every Thursday we do a live development stream. I'm still learning myself, so this just gives me a reason to make sure that I'm actually applying the knowledge. And so at the same time, we encourage everybody to kind of chime in, point out whenever I make mistakes. You can send code through hastebin.com. So if you go to hastebin.com and you want to like send code for me to try or to put in, you can go there and send me the hastebin link on the YouTube chat. And then that way I can apply it. And when this project's done, it'll be just kind of bundled up into the project section of Filebase at GameDevHQ.com for you guys. And then y'all can play with it, add to it, open source and stuff. But we won't be doing any open source stuff while I'm using the project. Basically, we're gonna aim for the core features, and we're gonna get to those core features, and then we're gonna polish it up. Talk about some other things, make probably a to-do list that I could probably do with it, and then decide if we want to jump into another game or if we want to go all the way and like polish it like to pieces. So it'll be kind of up to you guys on what we actually do with it when we reach that point. But for today, we're just kind of working on just trying to work on getting the items. So as you see, he's kind of running around here in this circle. He hits each cube. Each cube's just a checkpoint. It's just to tell us where it is. It's a placeholder. I'm going to clean those up here in a second. And then after I clean those up, we're going to add some new cubes. And those new cubes are just going to be transform locations for respawn points. And we're going to try to find some kind of asset that we want to use for an item. and we'll create three. We'll create 3 items that'll have 3 different behaviors that we'll make later in the future, but 3 is just a safe number. So we'll make 3 items. They'll spawn randomly in their locations. You'll tap on them to click them, because it is going to be a mobile game. It's the plan anyway. And then we'll kind of go from there. But for right now, we're got about 5 more minutes till 6, so we're just giving people time to kind of come in. So if you're here, you're kind of just watching, chilling, say hello in chat. I am watching it pretty much at all times. Let me know who you are. Let me know if I know you. If I don't know you, say hello. This is me currently looking at the chat, so. Oh boy. It's been a long day. I don't know if anybody here is from my Facebook here on here in Houston, but it has just been murky and like cold. It's just been terrible weather. It's making me want to sleep. And like my office is really dim, so like as you can tell in the room here, it's not really lit up. And that's just because over time, if it's too bright for me, it's hard for me to stay focused. But when there's no sunlight, usually I can have the sunlight come in. Feel alright. It's been getting like pitch black dark at like 4 or 5 o'clock. It's crazy. Hey Bill, what's up? And thank you, Juan. Yes, it is pretty cool. Oh, you're an SA? Hey, Lucky Ducky. Yeah, man, it's getting that time of year. I hate this time of year. It's like seasonal depression, I think they say. Feeling it. Feeling it. Gotta get past it, though. Just tired. Willpower. It's like the Green Lantern. Every time I turn to look, I keep seeing myself look sideways. So. So, Lucky, what are you working on lately? I haven't looked to see if you've had any new blog posts or anything like that. Yes, Muppy. Somebody's here. Excuse me while I clean my glasses. Man, I need to get new ones. my dog's barking at my roommates it's as if they're new. So, Bill says, cold in Wisconsin. Better bundle up, Bill. Bundle up. First day of sunlight in a few days. Yeah, hopefully. Muppy! No! Fiend? You and your cone head? Yeah, y'all missed it earlier. I had my dog out. She got the cone of shame on. Because her Christmas gift to herself was a huge cut across her whole forearm. And so she had stitches. And then on day 2 of being home, she decided to sneak out of her cone and then lick all of her stitches out in her cage while I was getting ready for the day. And so I ran her up there, and they're like, oh, no, it'll be fine as long as it stays together. So she's been winging it now. But now I'm, like, more strict on her because I'm afraid it's going to fall apart. Got about 2 minutes. Look at it, he says, no, nothing yet. Learning some computer science and web dev to broaden my knowledge. Oh. I see. So that's what you've been doing. What about you, Bill? What are you up to? What are you making? Gonna move some windows around. Here's our super cool city map that I put together terribly and very repetitively. Should go back through that. We got some new stuff now though. We've got a lot of like street lamps and I think there's like some street poles and stuff. So I'm gonna break that out and try to figure out how to make it to scale. So this is the other thing is like, so this road is 2 lanes, but it's a one way, and I can't decide if I want to do multiple lanes, and if I want to do multiple lanes, if I were to use these assets, do I want to stack them next to each other? It would look alright. That's what I'll have to figure out. We could probably get away with making like this center area like a median and just having another one there. And then what would be cool is to change lanes with your mech. That'd be cool. Have to redo the whole level though. The whole area would have to be taken apart, which we could probably do. We could probably get away with it. We'll see where we get to though. Alright, so it's 6 o'clock. So we're gonna go ahead and start kind of poking stuff. Alright. So the first thing we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna probably clean up these checkpoints. So let me take a look at when this becomes unwanted behavior. Alright, well, let's see. Gotta remember my keys! Alright, there we go. Alright, so this one, we're just gonna move it over. I just need one. Just want to get that like right in it. Now, is it turned? So the road must be turned because there's no rotation on it. So the road itself must be rotating. But I think that's fine right there. Let's see. Ah! Why you do this? Alright, here we go. It's going to be going that way. Let's pull it out right here. Yeah, that way whenever it starts back up, he goes straight down that line, hopefully. But I don't know if it goes into it, so it's on collide, so I think when he slaps that wall. So let's see what happens when he slaps this wall. He's moving here in the bottom, you probably can't see it, but what we want to see is if he hits. Alright, yeah, so he hits that. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, so see now he's kind of on the side of the road. In order for me to get him to stay down the center of the road, I would have to move this all the way over here. I had this problem with my mouse tap game as well, which this is ugly. So let me just see how good I can make that. We'll do it right there. As he's walking around, so I would have to do probably on enter instead of on. Oh, that's interesting behavior. Why is that happening? Maybe he can't go forward? Yeah, I mean, he must have a limit to where he can go. Alright, so let me try something out of curiosity. Is anybody super familiar with the differences of on trigger and on enter for collider detection? And if not, this is going to be fun. So here we go. Alright, pulling up the El Scripto right here. What do we got? Got my player here. On trigger enter. Oh, it's already on trigger enter. Hey, Danny, Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year as well to you, good sir. Alright, so this is going to be interesting. So let's see if we can't find something on thy Google. And here we go. Sweet. Alright, on trigger. Alright, let's see. Trigger enter exit. So when he stopped touching the trigger, when he enters it, exits it, let's see. Because the problem that we're having is when it leaves the cube, or when it hits the cube, it immediately goes to its next transform position, which is good. But I feel like we'd have to make some really, like, just bad transform systems. I don't want to do that. because right now it's just going to enter it and it's just checking for checkpoint, and it hits it and it moves on. So let's see. 1 sec, whenever I'm Googling, chat disappears. Alright, let's see. Danny says, a little bit familiar with colliders. Did you set the collider as trigger? Yes. Need to have rigid bodies as well? Yes. So the issue is that, here, let me show you. Let me show you. Alright, let me put it about right here. Alright, so it hits it and it accepts the information perfectly fine. When it walks into this, well, what I don't want is to have to, yeah, see, watch. Well, I don't know why that happens, but if I move it about right here, so that's its capsule collider being weird, which I'll have to fix. But essentially, whenever he walks into the side of it is when he turns. And so that means that in order to get a straight shot, because I want him to go straight down the road. So that means in order to get him to go straight down the road, I have to have this angled out here in order for him to turn down the road properly. I just don't like that. I feel like there's another way to do it besides having to make really weird checkpoint systems. Because I feel like over time, the more that he rotates the map over and over and over and over, there's always going to be like this weird delay. But well, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to try it real quick. I'll poke John for it later. So let's see. Let's go over here to our mech. Let's check the collider on our mech. Well, you know what? Maybe I don't even have one. Maybe it didn't save. Did it not save? Should have something. Oh, here it is. Capsule collider. Alright, let's follow this guy. And we're going to pause it at number 2 right here. Alright. So he's kind of in the air. Why is he in the air? It's probably because he doesn't have a rigid body, and so he's floating. So let me give him one. That ought to solve that. 1 sec. There we go. Now he's got a rigid body, because I don't want him to be a trigger. The cubes all should be triggers. Let me just double check. Box collider is a trigger. Cool. Alright, now our mech should also have a rigid body, so he now... Ah! I remember why I did not give him one. Because the ground is not built. So let's see if we got to do that real quick. Yeah, see, as soon as I hit play, he should just fall through the floor. Pew! Yeah, alright. Let's do this number. Where's my roads? Actually, I should be able to go straight into the prefab. Hey! How's it going? Welcome. Right now I'm beating myself up for not putting colliders down on those roads earlier. Because I just wanted to go back quick. I was like, I'll come back and do this later, and I forgot to. So now we gotta do it. Trying to remember where I put it. Alright, so it's not in game HQ, I don't think. I think it's in my own prefabs. Own buildings. Let's see. Alright, I need to turn on search by type, search by label. One lamb, lock, 2 column. There we go. Because I need to be able to see it so I remember which ones are which. Yeah, this one here. I don't know why that's called buildings. It should be roads. Alright, but all these here need to get colliders. Yeah, I can do a huge chain, disable the mesh renderer. Yeah, but I might as well just do it now. I mean, it has to be done, so I might as well just do it. So let's see. This ought to be cool. So can I just do it on all roads? Alright, sweet. Yeah, it does look like it's going to take forever, so I might have to do it your way, Danny. Alright. Yeah, we'll just do that real quick then. That way we can just get past it. And I will have to do this off stream ASAP. Zoomity zoomity. What we got? Closing all this up. Let's create our new test terrain. All right. Ah. Whee. Yeah, we're just adding a new plane. Where's my move tool? And that should cover all the areas that we're walking on. Let me just double check. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright. Cool. So now he's moving around all weird. What was that? That made no sense. Let's see what he does. That's great. Alright, technically we're going to move it over here some. Alright, let's see what he does. Yeah, first one's fine. That's so weird. I think it's because he's got the rigid body. So let's do... Yeah, so that box glider should just be a trigger. It shouldn't even be... I don't know why it's causing issues. Here, out of curiosity, I'm going to make him a trigger as well. See if that lets him go through it. Because he's hitting it and he's climbing it. Oh! He fell through the map. So turn that off. Alright, backing up some. Alright, he just hit the first checkpoint. Stop. Yeah, what's he doing right here? He's going backwards to get on it. So let's restrain some of these movements. Do some constraints of, let's see, in 3D space. Freeze. Rotation on Z, I think, right? Yep. Let's see. Your trigger doesn't need a rigid body. Ah, okay. That would be it! Part of it, anyway. It doesn't explain why he's going upside down, but we'll find out here in a second. I felt like I read somewhere that it did, but we'll see. So now none of these should have them anymore. A play. I think it technically applies to all of them because the cubes are just a prefab. I think it applies to all of them, but I'm paranoid. Whoop. Whoop. Alright, let me go over here. Alright, he's flat. Stay flat. Stop it. Alright, is he still flat? Doesn't look like he's... God, I hate that it won't follow. Why is it trying to walk up it? That's weird. Okay, because it's just going towards... Let me just double check there's nothing weird in... Yeah, move towards. Just checkpoints. Yeah. You know what? It might be because it's a full cube. So let's put them down under the ground a bit here. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. Nope. That's strange. The transform of the checkpoints may be too much up over the ground. No, I think it's interfering. The fact that transform is going to the location, but it's running into it for... I think there is a complication with a couple of things. So the collider itself, it shouldn't even be running into it. If the rigid body's gone, there's no reason that it should be running into it. Let's see. Let me go back to our mech. Maybe the issue is the animation. No, the animation's... The animation's definitely not the issue. The only thing that's changed today... let's see. Oops. Sorry about that. I forgot I had that on. Gotta get used to these transitions. Now, the only thing that's changed today is applying the... I think we applied the rigid body or the... Yeah, I think that's what we did. Yeah, applied a rigid body to the mech. So that way the mech would just walk on the ground. But since it's now walking on the ground instead of just kind of using a gravitational pull, it's being kind of weird. So let's see. Out of curiosity, going to turn off gravity for a second. See what he does. Yeah, see, as soon as I don't give him the ability to actually, like, revolve around physics, it's fine. So the moment we apply default physics, these cubes are no longer cool. So that's interesting. So is it... Can I do that? No. I'm trying to think of my axis is so I can maybe prevent him from walking over it. Instead he just runs into it. 'Cause that's so weird that he's trying to run over it. I'm going to go ahead and change all of these. Alright, curiosity then. Alright. Just put him a little bit kind of below the ground. Alright, so he's doing the normal of just kind of, oh, nope. So I guess he can't collide with them there because his actual collider's not high enough or low enough in this case. So let me move. There we go. Just for this. Yeah, see, now he's starting to fly again. And then, of course, if I give him gravity, let's see. Alright, he's working a little bit normal now that I have things kind of on the ground. So it's moving towards their position and actually touching it with the collision, but he's not trying to walk over it. I mean, it works, but I feel like it's dirty. I feel gross. Ah! No! The only thing I hate is I wish I could, like... Yeah, I can't do both. I can't rotate while he walks. It's annoying. Yeah, he's definitely not on the ground right now, so at some point over time he is just like floating. And the collider's on the ground, so I think that's why he's walking on the ground right now, so it's pushing him up. So if I turn this back down, yeah, see now he's, yeah, now I have the behavior that I expected it to do. So like, see right here, so it hits the actual, the collider rolls over it. So what if I turn, yeah, see, but if I turn him into a trigger, he's just gonna fall, so. So how do I ignore and read the collider at the same time? Because I need to be able to ignore the collider for the checkpoints. That's strange. There's nothing on the prefab that I can think of to change. It's got to be on the mech to make the change. Yeah, because if I use gravity, he'll walk on the ground like he's supposed to. As soon as he hits something, yeah. Like he reacts to it. So he's rotating though to see, freeze rotation. Let's try this. Strange. Yeah, it's because of the way that that works. It's just climbing over him. So maybe we get rid of a capsule then. So let's get rid of a capsule and see if it acts the same behavior with the box. So we're gonna remove that. Why? Okay, whatever. Go zoom in. Alright. What was I doing? Oh, that's right. We're trying a box collider. Because those don't have a smooth... They don't have a smooth underneath. Because that seems to be what's happening, is the smooth underneath is hitting the edge of the box, and it's trying to roll over it. And so I'm hoping... Now... But everything's acting weird. Why is it acting weird? Oh my goodness. Is this my box? Is this what it's trying to show me? Okay. And we're just adding a collider here to the center, and then we're going to stretch her down. Right there should be good. Right there should be good. And right there should be good. Sweet. That's still doing it. That's crazy. There's got to be some way to turn that off, but still keep that it's a trigger. Oh, hey, Garfang. On phone, what are you trying to achieve? So basically, let's see. If you move the mech only by script anyway, yes. You can make it kinematic and switch off gravity. Yeah, but yeah. I know I can just turn off the... What in the world is it doing? It is walking through walls. Why is it walking through walls? Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll kill gravity. And then we'll see what happens if we go that route. Let's go. Is it not reaching it? Yeah, see, it's doing that thing where it's kind of floating. Where it goes up over time. That's a strange one as well. So let me turn off these. Let me turn off that. Yeah, so that's why that's doing that. So I have to actually move these up, but turn off their mesh. So, turning off this, turning off this, turning off these. Box collider itself is fine. That's fine there. But why? Here's what I want to know next. Watch his little feets. He'll start going. Ugh, why? Stay focused. Yeah, you see he's going up? Why is he going up? Yeah, it must be reading that the next checkpoint is like up in the air. Yeah, the box colliders for the checkpoints are set to trigger, yeah. So here's the second point that you should be going to. And because its position is right here, its collider is also on it. So why in the world does it think that going towards the next checkpoint requires going upwards? That's interesting behavior. I mean, if he hits it, he'll probably go straight through it now. Add your restrictions to rigid body. Yeah, it's the same problem here. It just keeps wanting to go up. Yeah, that could also be it. The floor could be skewed. Let me check. Alright, so let's try something. Well, because he should be on that plane, but we're not using gravity anymore. So, but if we're not using gravity anymore, then none of this should even... Alright, let's see. Yeah, no, the whole map is zeroed out for rotation. If you're using a collider as target position, you can change the vector of the position and making y equals 0. Can you elaborate on that, Danny? Yeah, map rotation would have made sense to me too, but doesn't look like it's anything. Checkpoints 0. Parents of the checkpoints seem pretty normal too. Do you read only X and Y as well on the checkpoints for the new position? Y don't need to change at all, does it? No, it shouldn't. Here's what the code looks like. Oop, wrong one. Yeah, so this is the only thing that it's doing right here. So transform.position equals vector3.move towards, so it's just moving towards it. Transform.position is the checkpoint's next checkpoint, so it's an array of the points. And the array of the points is read just by a transform right here. Next point number is right there. Every time that we collide, next point becomes +1. And just go to the next position. And for the most part, it reads it, and it goes, but it doesn't want to stay straight. When you're checking if reach destination, only consider X and Z, not Y. So how do I remove? The parent checkpoint game should be 0. ORS. So you said when you're checking if reach destination, only consider X and Z, and not Y. But I'm not requesting, so I know it's a vector 3, so by default X, Y, Z is involved. But in terms of what it's moving towards the entire position. And even if it's using towards target.x position, move towards to move to target.x mech position.y target z. But how with that statement of move towards, hold on. So, but how does that read the checkpoints? So, go to Hastebin. Set Y to 0 for the vector. All right. All right. So let's see. Do I need to name it here? Do we need to say new? No, we just make a... Oh, I can't remember how to make it without... So one sec. Okay, couldn't remember for a second to make it out. So, we'll call it, let's see. Yeah, I'll just say new vec for right now, so that way I know what it is. Pulling up chat, 1 second. Need to create a new variable, so you do target position equals a new vector. Right. Sorry, I'm reading through chat right now. I'm just trying to read through what you're saying, Danny, real quick. Need to create a new variable. So you do target position equals a new vector. Let's try. Alright, well, hold on. Let's see. Okay. Alright. I had to read it a couple of times. So basically, we're making a new vector to include XYZ, but we're going to disclude Y. And then we're going to tell it in the actual transform here in the below to follow. So here would be target position. Alright. YouTube is making it look a little bit weird, so one sec. She said it's the X and the Z. And then we end it. Ah! Let me see. I thought we made it exist as a temporary, but I guess not. Do I have to call it here as a transform? Nope. Call it here as a vector, but I already said it's equals new vector. Don't remember. So the second field is target position. The first one is where the mech is now. We're stuck, John. Well, they're explaining it, but okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to do it the first time, but it was breaking. So I leave it as the new vector inside of that. So we say vector 3 is target position equals new. Okay, so that's where I was stuck. Because I was mistaking one for the other. I forgot that we do both. And then now we move which position, which one gets replaced. Somebody said it a second ago. Pixel does, says the second field is target position. The first one is where the mech is now. I don't know if you're telling me to change that one, so let's see. Transform dot position. So this one should become target position, right? So you declare it as vector 3, so we say it. John. Hi, John! So, but where does the target position go? Does target position go in here? So is this equal to target position? Oh, it's the second one. Because that's where you're confusing me, because the syntax to me is just, it's not making sense. So transform.position, vector 3 dot move towards the... So then where do I put checkpoints? Where would I move the checkpoint request to? And the speed? Because I can I understand to replace with target position, but then where do I put these? Do I move this to the front? There's also a 20-second delay, so that doesn't help. Okay, so then we just get rid of it in general because it's all doing it in here. Okay. So let's turn it off. And, sorry, I'm typing to you guys right now. Okay. I should probably just do that. So if I get stuck, I'm going to type to you guys instead. So, alright. That's what I'm just going to do. I'm going to type to you guys if I get stuck. That way, that 20-second delay doesn't kick me in the face and get us stuck here trying to figure it out. But now when we play it, let's see if it breaks. So, John, since you're here, you can try to help me figure this out, too. Go. Yeah, see, it's still doing it. It's still walking over. So we're having an issue where the mech is, as you can see, it's walking around and it's hitting the objects and it's going to the next one. But we don't want it to actually walk over it. I want it to go through. I just want it to go swoop through it. And then I figure, obviously, you know, something's got to be a trigger. So the checkpoints here are all triggers. So you see the box collider, trigger. The parent object, if I move this now, we'll move everything, but let's see. Yeah, parent objects shouldn't be causing that, but for some reason it just loves going through everything. We don't want that. So the mech is not, the checkpoints are. If I make the mecha trigger, we fall through the ground. But I think I can do it now because we turned it off and we made it kinematic. But even if I did that now, I don't think it was working. So let me see. Yeah, see, it's still walking over even with the mech as a trigger as well. So currently we don't have gravity active because when we had gravity active, it was walking over them as well. And then we also didn't have a floor. We have a temporary floor. But for the life of me, I can't figure out why it's not listening to the direction to not walk over these darn things. Show me the waypoint system in code. Okay. Oop, excuse me. Alright, so this is it right here. So just to start it up top. We got our transform for the checkpoints, our next point, which is telling us to go forward. Here's our speed. This is the checkpoint check, the one that we just got through struggling with just a second ago. And then, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're saying show you the animator tree behavior? That'll be a fun one. That'll be a new one. Whatever we're looking for. Alright, animator, literally just run. And how do I... Oh my goodness. Here we go. So speed 2. Survive sets. I don't know what you need to see in the animator. Rigid body on the checkpoints. We removed them when we first discovered the issue. When we first figured out that there was a problem with them walking over it, we removed rigid bodies, and that didn't stop it from walking. The initial first problem was that the capsule collider, since it was rounded, it was like climbing over them, and then so we changed it to a box collider to see if instead it would just hit it, and then read that it hit it, and it would turn. But instead it's like trying to... Yeah, I didn't think it was the animation either. Yeah, I don't know. What could have caused... Yeah, exactly, yeah, it's what's weird. And I can't figure it out. Yeah, that's so weird. So, like, even if I... Yeah, so let me just move him up and see what happens, see what he does. Yeah, see, like... It goes through it, kind of. Just try to debug with the simple cube. I think it's just Ryan's luck. Yeah, well, I'm not a lucky duck, okay? Yeah, it says the character is look ducking into it. Ah, God, I hate that I can't do that. Yeah, he's like walking over it. So bet the target position is on a different Y. The Y needs to be the same for the checkpoints. Okay, on which, for position Y or the rotations Y? Because, alright, because this should just be 0. All this here we'll do. See, oh my goodness, what in the world is that doing? That could be doing something right here. So let's try this. We move these down, should all be 0. And then now let's try. If this works, I'm punching myself in the face. Nope, it's walking over it, but let me just double check everything is 0. Yeah, apply. These are now all zeroed. Checkpoints are 0. Mech is 0. Let me apply that mech. Ah! There we go. What happened? Was it that it didn't save? Alright, let's see. Yeah, the prefab changes didn't save until I applied it. That's what that was. Alright, John, you win this time! Alright, so that's part 1. That's part 1 of the problem, John. Part 2 is if you look at the way that it collides. So it collides and it goes through right now like it's supposed to, so that's good. But when it hits it, it hits the side of the cube and then walks forward. How can I get it to align more to the center of the cube before it actually turns? That way I can make a perfect rectangle line, and then it follows a perfect rectangle line. Because instead what it's doing is every time it hits the side, it over time stops walking straight. So like right now it's straight, but it's going to hit that side, and then now it's walking on the side of the road. That's the next step. And this is something I've never been able to figure out. I have the same problem in my mouse tap game because I'm using a similar checkpoint system, and whenever it hits the side of a checkpoint, whenever it touches it, it collides to it with the first time, immediately it turns. So the obvious is just alter colliders and things like that, but is there a way to tell it to, like, maybe stay? Like, is stay an option? Like, make it on stay, but then if it touches it, make the collider smaller. Yeah, I know. I feel like that's the obvious, but that doesn't. That's one of those things I say it feels dirty, because you align the collider to be small, sure, but you're still making all of these very specific adjustments, and I don't feel like it's smooth. I don't feel like you could apply math to that later down the road. Like if I wanted to say check all these checkpoints, here's the position of this checkpoint. Is there not another way to say walk through the object and then go forward? Like is there a way to make it maybe on stay, where if it's in that square for a second then turn? Because I would rather it go through a collider, and if it's been in there for a couple of seconds then turn, or like a split second. Is there a way to do that instead? Would on stay work that way? Well, the reason to use the collider is simply to say, code-wise. 1 second. All right, so ORS, since you're here, so this is how we know which check to go to. So if it collides with the collider, so what else can we do? Hard code the locations? Ugh, you're the devil. How dare you suggest we hard code the locations? Don't need collisions on trigger enter. What? Since when? Collider is in the thing. Explain yourself with your witchcraft. If transformed up position equals waypoint, so you can just check for it. So then what do I? Nonsense. You check if transformed dot position is waypoint dot position. God, y'all are the devil. Alright, I'm thinking out loud, so while that walks around, Let's see. Okay. So instead of doing an on tray, well, so I just get rid of. All right. Let's see. 1 second. I'm trying to play with my screens. All right. So I'm gonna comment some stuff out. Okay, so if it is that position, then add next point. So get rid of the collision altogether. Distance will give him the accurate result of the center of the cube. It'll be more accurate to see if he's at the transform dot position. Okay. Alright, well, let me turn off walking man here. Running man. But John, if you can see my screen, is this comment correct? Then apply next +1. Yeah, waypoints should already be in an array. Yeah, they're right here. Alright, so let me just do void. Do I want to add anything else? 1 second. Man, it's been a hot minute. Alright. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna bug John. So 1 sec, let me find a way to get a hold of him real quick. One sec. I gotta hop over to LGmailo. Alright, you guys might hear me twice, it seems.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Yo.
Alrighty. They can hear me, I assume, right?
They should be able to.
Let's see.
1 second.
Go ahead and share your screen for me.
Alright, alright. Oop, that's... Let's see. Can you see my window? Can you see the code window,
Yeah,
John?
I see it.
Alright, mute your stream, because it's looping through.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what ORS is saying is exactly what you're gonna do. So once you reach that waypoint, we're gonna go through the waypoints array and say +1. Once you reach the end of the waypoint, you're gonna go back to 0. So that logic you have for the next point stuff, we're gonna kind of reuse it. Let's see. They can hear us, right?
Yeah, they should be able to hear us. Yeah.
Okay, good deal. So check this out. You don't need that collision checker. You're actually gonna do this inside of update, and it may be more effective to do this in fixed update, but we can optimize it.
I already got fixed update, so we might as well just
okay,
do
cool.
it.
So check this out. You have your real speed walk, which is your speed, your target position, and so forth.
Mhm.
So what you're gonna do here right now with that target position, you're calculating the current waypoint to the next waypoint.
I'm hearing myself loop somewhere. 1 second, I must have another window open, or do you have it playing?
No, I have the YouTube channel.
I had it played somewhere else. I just found it. All right, cool. All right, 1 sec here. All right.
Alright, let me see here. So rotate towards an object. Okay, so let's do this. Go ahead and comment out lines 32 through 34. That's how you're currently moving towards the next target, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's comment that. So right now you have in this player script, you have a reference to all of the waypoints, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's an array up the top.
Okay, cool. Array. It's an array.
Less. Yeah, whatever. Array.
Yeah. So you have an array of platforms for transform. Okay. So what you want to do here is say that the first target when the game starts, you're going to go towards target 0. Okay, so let's just do that. So inside your movement code, go inside a movement, right? And what you want to do basically is you're going to say the target destination. So create your vector 3 target position or target destination. Alright, is going to equal to the first waypoint. Alright, and that's actually going to need to go up above because you're going to have to reassign the target destination once you reach a new one. So if you put it there, it's going to get rewritten every update.
Okay, so this is not going to be written in movement.
It is, but you need that variable to be global. We need like our target destination variable that's going to be global.
Okay, so we're making a new. Okay. No.
And actually, you know what? You don't necessarily have to do this here. We'll do it without that variable. Just delete it. Go back to your yeah, delete that. Alright, so you have your checkpoints. Let's go to the first waypoint, basically. So, to go to the first waypoint, you just have to say transform dot, you have to say your transform dot position equals like vector 3 move towards.
So against transform dot position equals what?
Equals vector 3 dot move towards. That's going to move us towards a point and open up a parenthesis. So it says your current. So the current is your current position. So
right.
Transform dot position. Alright, and then the target is going to be the first waypoint. So you want to say, basically, do we have an indexer for your waypoints? Do you have like current waypoint? Okay, you have next point is equal to 0. You see that? So let's use that. We're going to say underscore checkpoints to access that array and then get the subindex of 0. So that's your next point, yep. And then dot position. That's going to move.
Oh, so next point dot position?
No. Next,
or
close the array.
Close it and then dot position. Okay. So
that's going to move us towards that and then say comma and a speed, like your real speed variable. You can uncomment that.
Okay.
And you need to put it on top. Okay, so if you run this right now, it's going to actually just move towards the first position.
Right.
What you need to do now is constantly 60 frames per second or whatever the fixed update loop is, it's telling it to move to that position. What you need to do now is check, have you made it to that position yet?
Right, and that's what we did was the collider originally. So what's the alternate? So what method will we use now?
Right below that line, you're just an if statement, like right outside.
Oh, okay. So, but I mean that's the.
So the pseudocode for this, like just.
So if
If current position.
Yeah, Chris is at the next point. Add to next point. Move forward again.
You You don't have to say move forward again. It automatically will do that because it's already an update. You just have to increment the next point value.
Okay, so what? How would
start
you?
Filling in the pseudocode.
So if I say if it's transport as equals the underscore checkpoint dot next point, or I don't.
Yep.
So every time it hits it, I feel like it's just gonna. All right, we'll see.
No, that was correct.
Okay, I guess it wasn't. All right.
So get the next point position.
Checkpoint.
Yep. So if your current position, the player, or the mech, whatever, equals the checkpoint position, the next point, then you need to now move to the next point. So how do you do that? You just increment that value. And go ahead and run it, test it out. You're going to run into an issue though. What happens when you get to the end of the points? So go ahead and test it out. Yeah, you do plus equals 1 or plus 1.
Yeah, and let's see.
And yeah, comment out this void on trigger stuff. You don't need it. Well, I wouldn't delete it, but comment it out.
Well, yeah. But would the incremental we just say like, because if you see how I have it here when it hits the last one, which is 6, I just have it. I'm saying, will that solve when it? Will this work the same way?
Trigger anyway, so you're gonna have to reset it yourself.
Just the if statement, John.
Oh, just the if statement.
Yeah, just this if statement.
Do it though. You don't want to check, because what if you added 7 or 8 more waypoints? You're hard coding in the value. You want to have it read from the actual array. So you'll figure out that once you run it and test it out.
Okay. Well, let me get rid of this then.
Yeah. Right now you've hard coded that after 6 it goes back to 0.
I got the right ones.
You need to be able to modularly
I didn't. I goofed. Where did I goof? This one. So now... Dang it! Which one did I goof up? Where's my line? Why is it not giving me a line? It's bothering me. Is it saying it's this one? Where is this one? Does the lines connect? I feel like I'm not... Alright, we'll see.
Just delete it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I just want to get rid of it at this point. There we go. Now it doesn't bother as much. OCD is freaking me out. Time to run! Nonsense.
So what's going to happen now is, and now if you move your collider to like wherever you want it to be, then it only changes once it's in the center of that box.
Okay.
So what you need to do now though is once it gets to the final one, which is your 6th checkpoint, it's going to freeze.
So when it's hitting these colliders, because I feel like I've tried something like this for I know it's frozen right now, but I feel like I've tried something like this before in the past. So when it hits it, it doesn't recheck it, and it moves on to the next one. Like that's, I don't know. I guess it's because
it
it's.
It does recheck every frame. Go to your code. Every frame, it's checking. It's calling that move towards function. Every frame, it's calling line 34, and that's telling it to go to the current waypoint you're telling it to. The if statement under it is then going to check, hey, did we make it there yet? And if we did, let's go to the next point.
I'm just surprised because there's like a couple of seconds where it already had changed to the next point. I was just surprised to see that it didn't just immediately turn.
Oh,
because
yeah, well, it wouldn't, because the checkpoint position is the center of the cube, so it has to wait.
Oh, okay, so it
turns.
Okay, so that's why it actually goes into it now, because it's not.
Right.
No, I understand. That's what I was trying to figure out. All right, what do I do to fix this broken? Since it froze. What do we do?
You need to check.
What do we want to do?
Inside your if statement there, transpose position equals checkpoints. Before you increment it, you need to check if you're at the end.
Okay, so.
You do it inside the if statement, but you need to.
Well, I was gonna just code it, but I guess I didn't need to do it there. Fine, fine.
inside of here, before you say next point plus equals 1, you need to set it to 0 if you're at the end.
So is there, besides using the solid number of 6, which is the end, is there a different way to ask if you're at the end of an array?
Yeah, you can check the length of the array.
Okay, well, I don't remember, so I gotta... You want to tell me, or am I gonna look it up?
Well,
I can't remember how to look it up.
You can just type underscore checkpoints
Underscore...
dot length, and that gives you how many elements are
Oh,
needed.
dot length, that's what it was, okay.
30 or 50, it doesn't matter.
Dot length, and then, hold on, I need to look at it.
Yeah, you're gonna check to see if the next point equals that.
Is the checkpoints?
That's gonna return an integer value. You have to put inside an if statement. You're comparing the value between the length of the array and the next point index.
So do I need a second if statement within this, or by saying if?
So here, write out the pseudocode. What's the logic?
That's what I was trying to do a second ago. Alright, so if length is next out, you set it.
Yeah. So you wrote out an if statement in the pseudocode, so you're gonna use an if
So
statement.
just a new if statement inside. Okay, that's what I was checking. And then
Point value.
so how do I say if this is max? So dot length, I can check it, but what do you? Because if it equals max, how do I know what the max is from this?
Well, checkpoints dot length is how many. That's giving you the max, but you need to check that against what value. Like what value are you checking that against?
So by having checkpoints dot length, it's just checking that it's reached the length. So it's saying.
Not that it's reached the length. That just gives you a value of how many waypoints you have. What do you want to check against how many waypoints you have?
I don't know, John. I don't know, John.
Well, look, what are you incrementing here? What are you checking if you're at the end? Why is it airing out right now?
My brain cannot play convert int pool.
It's airing out because
Yeah, because it's saying that the current.
you reached 6. You're past 6. There is no 7. There is no 8, and so forth. So it's airing
Okay.
out. You need to check if the length of your array matches.
So do I say is it true or false? Is it a true or false that I'm asking it?
Your
No.
logic is backwards though. You need to put if underscore next point equals the length of the array.
Okay,
That means
that's.
you're at the end of the array. And if you're at the end, next point needs to be 0.
So if next point equals or greater than, do we do that,
No,
or
equal.
just
You're
equals?
checking next point. Next point eventually becomes 7 and it errors on you. So if next point equals the checkpoints dot length, you've reached the end. So you now need to set it to 0. Next point equals 0. Else next point plus plus.
Then reset it. Just equals 0.
Reach the end of the list. You need to reset it. You need to go now to the first waypoint.
Yeah, so just equals 0, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then this is normal.
That needs to be an else statement.
It needs to be an else statement. Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to run both. You're going to set to 0 and then you're going to increment it. You only want to do that if you're not at the end.
So there's an if inside the if. So this one doesn't need an else. So this one's just saying if the transformer is this, check if this is happening, else do this.
Yep.
Okay. Actually, I hate when I do that. So. Do I leave this one, right? This one can still stay. I don't need a double, or does this technically do it as well? If I remove the,
You need to remove that one.
so I do remove that one. Okay.
Yep, save it. You should be good to go.
Let me clear this empty space. And let me check my screens. Too many things open. Too many things open. There we go. Clicky click. Uno. Are you able to see the actual Unity, John? I don't know if you're able to, what all you can see or not.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check checks. I wasn't checking that for a minute.
Looks like your waypoint system is working.
Oh, yeah, so everybody that was typing in chat, yeah, I wasn't reading that at the time. I was trying to pay attention to what John was saying.
Oh, actually, he did not.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it went. Alright, so it's out of range.
Look at your next point.
Okay, look at the actual point.
Yeah, no, read your inspector.
Out of range.
Click on who's controlling your waypoint index, your mech.
Oh my god, all my buttons. Here we go. Okay, mech, what am I looking for?
So look, it's waypoint. Next point says 6.
Mm-hmm.
But how many checkpoints do you have in that array?
Uh,
You have 6, right? You have.
well, technically, yeah.
5, 0. So like, is that the proper order or something?
Yeah, that's the order.
Regardless, check this out. So you have 6 elements there: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, numbers start at 0, right? So you need to say length minus 1.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go through.
Because length is 6, but you don't have 6 waypoints. You have 5. So length minus 1.
Okay, so then in the code, I'll just say if the next checkpoint equals the length minus 1.
Yep.
So I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I'm not even gonna flip back real quick. I'm just gonna check it.
Yeah, so it's
Need to adjust by ones. Yeah, Hagito just said it too.
And that 6th
Go.
element doesn't exist. So you have to take the length of the array subtracted by 1, and that will always give you the end of the array. So now it should do your full loop.
Yep, it did. Indeed.
Deal. Cool. Alright, dude. Wait, I'm heading out, but good job. And hello to everyone watching.
Alright, man. Thanks for the help. See you later.
Yep.
Bye. Right. Let me turn off John stuff. Yeah, now he's just running forever. So waypoint system. Just check it, man. I'll check it, man. I promise. Did you send it, like, where? Like, did you send it in, where'd you send it? One sec. I'm just trying to find all my windows here. I have too many. Alright. So, now we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to clean up. We're just going to clean up the actual checkpoints now, where they're located, since now it's doing what it's supposed to. So this one, I want it centered in that road, and then I also want it centered in this road. C# survival course, too late, he's already gone, but it will, I don't think there's a due date, unfortunately, at a release date right now set in stone. It's still being reviewed. It is another Unity course, so I think it's still kind of going through the motions at the moment. But we'll announce it to you guys as soon as it's ready. We've been kind of not talking about it right now just because we know it was ready to go, but some things happened, and now it's not. Alright, that one's fine there. And then we're going to just remove the mesh renderers here in a second. Yeah, these roads are going to get redone later. I'm going to do that off screen though, but for now I just want to line them up with where that's going to go. Just to see how pretty I can make it. Alright. Just lining them up. Just ask weekly. Yeah, ask every week. Really do. Do that. I encourage it. Yes. Yes. I need to find more time to do this more often so I'm not so unmemorable. Alright, I think this is the last one. Needs to be lined up right here. Cool, we're just going to double check that this is clean, and once it's clean, we're going to go ahead and call it for the night. Oh my goodness, I hate when it does this. I just want to follow the mech. Alright. What? That was strange. Let's see if he does it to any of the others. That one's fine. He's still walking in the center of the road. Still walking in the center of the road. I deleted everything, yes. I needed to delete everything. So why is that happening? Oh, you know what? I know why. Because they're prefabs and they didn't save everything that I just did. I betcha. I done betcha. Hate that. Every time that I change a checkpoint, I gotta go and apply it. But I don't remember if I have to apply it to each individual checkpoint or just the actual parent. If anybody knows, let me know. Ah! Follow! Follow forever! Alright. And tap. Cool. Still on the road. Still on the road. I'm seeing buildings. Tap. Sweet. Still on the road. Everything's still in the road. His foot is therefore like one car. This is supposed to be... This is 2 lanes. Alright, about to reach the last one right now. I'm going to let it go around one more time because I had an issue last time where just over time it stopped being on the right side. So I'm just going to watch it for a second and make sure that it stays where I want it to stay. I'll have to go through and actually fix the road and learn more about the level design stuff. Talk to Al. Because I threw all this together kind of like, you know, obviously not the best way. While I learn here myself. But alright, looks like it's clear. Looks like it's nice and smooth. Well, that was interesting. We didn't get anywhere where I wanted to get today. I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. We're just going to move some checkpoints around and give them some gravity. And we went from having a perfectly good working thing to, well, it's broken when we try to solidify it. So, sorry about that, guys. Alright, so the next objective is going to be next week. That's when we'll apply the items because this was broken. And we're at about to be 720 right now. See, that's what I need to hold me back. Yeah. But that's going to be it for tonight. I do apologize for that we're not going to go a little bit longer just because it's already reaching past our hour and a half. I'm going to go make sure I know how to set everything up prior. I didn't have time to go do stuff this week. I blame the holidays. But that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out. There was quite a few of you here tonight. You guys got to talk to John. That's hopefully doesn't have to happen too often, but of course you guys all enjoy hearing from him. Missed your opportunity to ask questions. Dude, floating mechs are awesome. Everyone needs a floating mech. I really kind of think that we should just go back and just remove the walking animation and just give them a jetpack and let them just fly through the level. I'm really considering it, but you know. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and close it off. I need to let my dog out so she can stretch her space legs with a little cone. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. Tuesday is just game day. We're probably going to pick up where we left off on Ori in the Blind Forest, because that was a really good game, and I was kind of just getting used to it. So we'll probably pick up on some Ori next Tuesday, and then on Thursday, by the time that comes around, we're going to work on the item spawn system, and I'm going to try to build it in advance and then show you guys how I did it, and then y'all can yell at me and tell me that it was a terrible idea. So we'll do that, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Later, guys.